In this video, I want to talk about what happens to a qualified income trust, or rather money in a qualified income trust, after a Florida Medicaid recipient passes away. As your elder law attorney, if you work with us, we've explained this to you. If you've worked with another elder law attorney, hopefully they've explained it to you. But unfortunately, after a Medicaid recipient passes away, if there's money left in a qualified income trust, it's on lockdown. It can't pay for burial expenses, it can't pay for medical expenses, it can't pay for anything. Okay? And as part of a qualified income trust, there is a provision in every qualified income trust or Miller trust out there that says if there's money left in the trust when the Medicaid recipient passes away, then the trustee has an obligation to notify Medicaid and pay Medicaid back up to the amount that Medicaid has paid on behalf of the individual during their life. Now, with qualified income trust, there shouldn't be very much money left in there, right? Money's supposed to go in to satisfy Medicaid's income requirements while the recipient is alive, and money comes right back out to pay for health and wellness and medical related expenses. So as long as you're using the income trust properly, if there's a couple $100 or maybe at the worst case scenario, a couple $1,000 in there, no big deal. And yes, it will all go back to the government, but you will have received, or your loved one will have received, so much more by way of benefits during the course of their life while they've been on the program. So essentially, unless someone was on Medicaid for a very short period of time, you can probably expect for most Miller trusts that everything that's left in there when the recipient passes is going to go back to the state. So there is this Medicaid estate recovery process that qualified income trust trustees are all going to be subject to, but it's really no big deal. What you are obligated to do is essentially you look at what's left in the trust. Let's say there's $500 left in the Miller trust when your loved one has passed away or when the beneficiary has passed away. What you're going to do is you're going to write out a check to the Agency for Healthcare Administration, or ACA, and then with it you're going to mail it to there's a company that is responsible for what's called recovery, for estate recovery. So it's not, you're not going to mail it to ACA's address directly, you're going to mail it to the company that they've assigned to review these things. And the company changes from time to time, so I'm not going to mention their name or a specific address here, but I will link to the Florida Medicaid Estate Recovery website that will provide that information. So you write out a check, it's made out to ACA, the Agency for Healthcare Administration. You're going to include a copy of the beneficiary's death certificate. You're going to include a copy of the bank statement for the qualified income trust that shows what the balance was on the date of their death. And then you're going to include the trustee's mailing address. So if they have any questions, they can reach out to you and ask questions. But typically they don't, because you're going to say, hey, my loved one died here. After they died, no more money left to trust. And usually we're giving it all back to you, the state of Florida, and it's going to be no fuss, no muss. So that's what has to happen. And again, if you're using the income trust properly, there should be very little to zero that has to be paid back, but don't make the mistake of using the income trust after your loved one has passed away, because then the state may have a problem with that. Hope you found this video instructive. If you are interested in talking about anything related to Medicaid planning, estate planning, Medicaid estate recovery, avoidance or minimization, probate, anywhere in the state of Florida, please give us a call, set up a consultation. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, please share it. Helps me get good information out to Floridians everywhere. Thank you very much for watching.